You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 7th of February, 2025. It is 48 days after the winter solstice. It is 41 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 19th day of Pluvieuse, the day of the pulmonaire, the lungwort. The sun rises today at 6:59 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:10 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:21 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:50 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 6:22 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 21 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 75% full at midday. The full moon will arrive on Wednesday, the 12th of February. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the morning, high tide, 5:32 a.m., 1 meter 34. At midday, low tide, 12:02 p.m., 0 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 7:10 p.m., 1 meter 4. Near midnight, low tide, 11:56 p.m., 6 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the humpback whales, which frequent our waters in the warmer months, are now in their winter calving grounds near the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, a cetacean echo of the human ties between our archipelago city and those islands far to the south. Commemorations. On this day in 1497, the bonfire of the Vanities took place in Florence, Italy. After the fanatical monk Girolamo Savonarola had taken power in the city and seen off the ruling Medici family, he instigated a purge of secular culture. Artworks, cosmetics, fine clothing, books, and other so-called vanities were brought to the city's central Piazza della Signoria. A huge pyre was constructed, topped with an image of Satan, and the objects were burned before the public. A stern warning that even great centers of culture, learning, and commerce can succumb to the forces of fanaticism and intolerance. On this day in 1962, the United States, under President John F. Kennedy, banned all Cuban imports and exports, the beginning of our long-standing blockade against the island. On this day in 1964, the Beatles arrived at JFK Airport on Pan American Flight 101 from London. It was their first trip to the United States. On this day in 1992, the Maastricht Treaty was signed by 12 countries from the European Community. It created the modern European Union. Today we wish a happy birthday to country singer Garth Brooks, born this day in 1962. And we also wish a happy birthday to actor and director Chris Rock, born this day in 1965. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 7th of February, 2025.